This is the growth strategist Eldana Ambler. Today I want to talk to you about Joyce. Maybe you're like her. She's the president of a $35 million distribution company. It's related to construction, things like, electrical or plumbing, those kind of companies. I don't want to be too specific. They utilize, dashboard management, so they know things like their inventory turns and their pick rates and their fill rates and all that kind of stuff, average order size. They're all within acceptable limits. They've done that. By this stage, they have that down. They even participate in a buying group. So manufacturers are funding a lot of their marketing. They've done pretty well. And Joyce and her management team are pretty pleased that they've recovered from kind of the forced downsizing from 2008 and 9, when the construction-related industries and wholesalers just took a slam back. So they've recovered, but they're at a plateau again. So here's my question to you. What do you think? It's a plateau. Are they poised for growth or free fall? Makes you think. Now, I know, no vignette gives you enough information to know exactly. With that little bit of information, it'd be presumptuous to guess. But it does. I want you to see what kind of questions you ask when you have some basic information about a business or yourself that's at a plateau. Because there is information that screams at owners who want to hear it when they're at a plateau. It's amazing how deaf we can get to the screaming data of plateaus. So let me talk about the industry. They're at $35 million. Now, in distribution, $35 million is one of those points where it's almost a comfortable size, a set point. Meaning the branches are usually in place and they're served by a single hub. And you start looking at, do you need a second hub, which is a big decision. And decisions at that size are things like, do we need EDI, barcoding, a different kind of warehousing system? Do we need to be ISO certified if you haven't done it already? Are we looking at different kinds of acquisitions? Our blend of commercial versus residential, our projects versus our products, outside versus inside sales, all that question starts to get bubbled up again to be revisited. It's a lot of work. So it's not surprising that they're plateaued at 35. You look at, in your industry, there's some studies probably in the in the journals, the professional journals, the industry, the trade journals. You'll notice that there's a lot of businesses down at the bottom, and there's in the micro-sized companies. Then there's a group that hovers in this particular industry at tops out at 20, and there's another sub-level that is at about 35, and then there's a big jump to the big players. Do you know the patterns in your industry? The point is, okay, so what would prompt Joyce and the other executives in that business to take the company to the next level? Because one of the causes of a plateau is no felt pain. If, they've made a little bit of money and they know how to do it at this level and their metrics look like they're within acceptable ranges, they're not hurting yet. I would like to know if they might be getting behinder and behinder, as the kids say, on a daily basis. In other words, what are the other distributors doing around them that they don't even know? Are there some that are consolidating and bulking up to become the major players? Are there baby boomers that are selling to other competitors? Are there some distributors that are getting into some pretty creative services that they're quietly selling to Joyce's customers? Are some of the employees behind them getting bored by the fact that the managers of their business aren't still investing in growth and aren't considering change and ready to bolt and go somewhere else? There could be a lot going on, so maybe you don't have any felt pain, but a plateau tells you a change is coming. A change is coming. So if you have no felt pain, but you're in a plateau, look at the data, look around you, look at what's going on in the competitors and in the services and in the industry and in your employees to see whether or not you are headed for growth or free fall. Whoa. Food for thought. This is the growth strategist, Eldana Ambler, with your strategy tip of the week.